We've been hearing about the death of journalism for almost a decade. Last week, HuffPo announced a business change that may show the death of journalism becoming a real thing, which is funny, not funny, considering how little good the Huffington Post did for journalism for quite a while. Ariana's former domain has decided to drop its unpaid writers program. In and of itself, I can see that as good news. If it reduces fake news, it will be good. But I suggest you view HuffPo's move as a direct "our readers and writers are stupid" proclamation instead, and it should worry you. Now, once upon a time, I was a journalist. I even served for 2 years as president of the Computer Press Association. And if you're a regular reader here, you know that I've been concerned about journalism's decline for quite a while. And while some truly interesting changes in journalism have taken place recently, the internet's largest contribution to journalism has been the growth of fake news. Now, sometimes journalism takes odd forms. One of the oddest recently has been the wholesale adoption of content creation by unpaid and often unqualified writers. You can write at LinkedIn or at Medium, for example. You can do it right now. The Huffington Post, on the other hand, is moving in the opposite direction, and the question is why? Well, the most obvious answer is that Huffington Post is no longer valuing the heft that all those unpaid writers affords them. Letting others blog at your site is, after all, a search engine optimization and content marketing play, and when you get large enough, maybe you just don't care. So, how is pulling back on free content a sign of the death of journalism? Well, it's a genie in a bottle thing. As little value as so much of what either passes for or claims to be journalism has, the same bad practices are being used by everyone. Yeah, in the Trump era, there's lots of really good investigative journalism being turned out, but fake news hucksters, amateur bloggers, and professional journalists alike are under the same pressures and in large part responding the same way. Crank out more stories, more faster, more. Spend as much or even more time on promotion than you did writing. Rinse and repeat. I'm less interested in the demise of comments than I was for many years. In the fake news era, comments are also all but unreadable, and I'll stay off my high horse. HuffPo devaluing writers is a business decision that they're entitled to make. But one large outlet putting an end to a program like this while others continue implementing them will contribute to the chaos of the situation. Huffington Post doesn't want your opinion? Oh, great. Let's limit the voices in the echo chamber. That'll help. Nothing. Journalists may not care what you think, but I still do, so let's talk about it. I'm the Answer Guy, and I'll be back.